Sword Art episode 8, very good episode. So basically, we start off with Kirito. He's fighting this big reptile-looking soldier, and I don't know if this was the boss actually, or just like one of the beings to get to one of the bosses he had to kill. So Kirito was actually having a little bit of a struggle at the beginning, and he obviously ends up killing the reptile. And what I liked about this was like not like about it, but like what I thought was kind of funny was that since he's a solo player, he's never usually had trouble with any monsters in the previous battles. But this reptile took off a little bit of health, as you can see. Like after he kills him, he shows it. So then the episode takes like a little detour to like Kirito. He's in the forest. He's going down the levels, the floors, going like basically home. And on his way home, he sees this like rabbit, and I'm just thinking to myself, run, rabbit, run, because then Kirito notices it's like some special rare S class like item. So he throws like these pencil looking things at it, and then so the rabbit jumps in the air. Kirito throws like the pencil right in his face, kills it. It was just funny. It's like how he died. He like looked at Kirito like he's like, oh shit. But yeah, so he takes it to the guy, the store, and then it's worth like a shitload of money, but it also tastes good since it's like mad rare. It's like one of those like type of delicacies. So the guy says, or he suggests that why don't he just eat it because he already has a lot of money, and Kirito basically takes him up on that offer, and he's basically thinking of like who could cook this, who's like really good chef, and then he automatically thinks of Asuna once she comes in. So Asuna comes in with her bodyguard that she hates and despises, and then he basically like goes up to her, like holds her hand, and he's like, "Chef," and then like the basically the guard, I think he's just been suspect since the very beginning since I seen him, and then he's basically saying like, oh, like he don't trust him and all that, and also then like suns the shit out of him, and like says, oh, he's probably like 10 levels higher than you, and then so basically she tells him to leave and fuck off, and basically it's Kirito and Asuna, and they walk home together, and she notices that he doesn't have like the type of fine ware to cook that the special food that he just caught, and then so she takes him to her house, and I think this is kind of cute and foreshadowing at the same time, seeing how like I know she wants this nigga. She it's like a love hate relationship. It's like Sakura and Naruto, but then he kind of likes her, but he doesn't just know it yet, and she definitely likes him, but is definitely hiding it from him. So she changes out of her clothes and goes in the kitchen, and he's just basically stunned. He's like, wow. He's like he doesn't even know what to say at this point because like she just looks pretty without her armor on, and yeah, so she's a master at the chef. She mastered her chef stuff and all that. She like cooks up the meal. They eat it, and then basically this they look like a family. And in the previous episodes, we like oh they have talked about like how they want like no not them but like marriage and all that, and then it kind of just seemed like she wants to get married, but then she doesn't want to admit it to herself. And then the next day it gets a little like weird because um Kirito is waiting on Asuna since they're now in like part of the guild together, and he's like very tired and he doesn't know what to say because he's like saying that he shouldn't be waiting for her, and he's like, oh, she's late, you know that, where the hell is she? And out of nowhere, here comes Asuna. She jumps out of a portal, and she jumps on top of Kirito, and like I'm just laughing to myself because Kirito then gets some boob action, and her boobs all up on his face, and he's touching. It's like the first time you've ever touched boobs. This dude, he needs to talk to girls. But yeah, so he starts touching her boobs, and then she like tosses him. She like pimp slaps the shit out of him. Yeah, and then we find out what she was really running for, and it was basically Kura Jill. Basically her guard was stalking the shit out of her. It was outside of her house, stalking her, waiting for her to get up, make sure he's trying to protect her. So basically, she runs behind Kirito like her knight in shining armor, and Cargill tries to grab her, and Kirito basically stands up for her, and Cargill challenges him to a 1v1. And this is where shit got real, because we've seen in the past episode, maybe I think 7, where Kirito gets this new sword, and he knows his sword is fucking beast by just swinging it. So the 1v1 starts, and right off the bat, they both charge at each other, and Kirito like snaps his sword, like automatically snaps it, and Kirijill feels so stupid. He goes onto his knees, and like he just feels so stupid that he challenged to a 1v1. And he got beaten like less than a minute. So basically, she stuns him, says that like I don't want you to be my bodyguard anymore, and then basically it's just them two now. And as the episode's closing, it goes off into like Asuna and Kirito going to finally face the boss, and I was just like, wow, because their teamwork together is awesome. It's on point, perfect. Nothing like they're like I'd say 2 of like the best characters so far we've seen in the anime like right now. So they're in the boss dungeon room. They're whooping ass, and then they see this huge ass door, and then they get their crystals ready to teleport if anything, and they open the door, and the boss is right there. And mind you, this boss is fucking big. Oh my god, the guy's like straight out of Yu-Gi-Oh! He looked like one of those little battle oxes. Like I remember when I was a kid, I used to have a little battle ox, like little ox, but he's in like armor. Fucking badass. This boss is badass, and man, let me tell you, they at least they're close, right? Because they're on. I think this was floor 74 out of 100, I believe, and wow, boss number 74 is badass. And they left us with kind of a like a cliffhanger, because we've seen the boss, but I want us just to dive right in it. And I know episode 9 is gonna be spectacular with this boss, and I just want to see how this battle is gonna go down. It's gonna be crazy. This boss looks so badass. Like, oh my god, I'm just can't wait until next Saturday. But yeah, so it just ends right there, and that's my review for Sword Art Online episode 8. If you have any questions or any ideas, just post it in the comment section below. Tell me what you thought of this review. If anything, tell me another anime that you guys want to see me review. Well, basically that is it. It's been your boy Salamander. See you guys.